Seriously, that's the worst thing I've done today.
Partner is listening to this.
I'm not.
So what'd your mom say?
She said that you were a little. God, what's the term she used?
Oh no,
provocative. It wasn't provocative, but she used a term like provocative.
Risque.
She's so risque or something like that. I was like, yeah, Mom, that's why it works.
Yeah, Mom, that's my client.
Yeah. We see eye to eye on everything.
Oh, this is why Jason's ex-wife hated me. She hated me. Everyone hates me. Everybody hates me.
No, I don't think everyone hates you.
Holy shit. My
At
last
all.
Bumble guy that I was like kind of in love with, who actually did look like Brad Pitt. Can I show you? Oh, I can. I was like, can I show you? I'm like worried about. That's my camera. I was like, is the camera's looking? The last guy I actually was kind of like serious with before my cardboard Brad Pitt cut out is a guy who looks just like Brad Pitt. I'm going to show you on Bumble. He looks just like Brad Pitt, and he literally stopped seeing me because he's like, you're not really the kind of girl I can introduce to my mom. I was like,
Crystals knocked off.
okay, I'm gonna do a little intro. Hold on.
A while.
I'm gonna do an intro. Hey guys, what is up? We are currently packing to move out of my place. So as a little like goodbye to my place, I'm trying to also get rid of, as I'm getting rid of clothes and things in my life, I'm also trying to get rid of memories and just holding on to things. And one of the things I held on to here, as you guys most recently knew this year, was my breakup with Jason. I filmed my video of me taking his pictures down off the wall, and actually we're about to throw out his pictures because what else are you gonna do with them? You know what I mean? It's kind of whatever. It's a sad thing, but also like it's fine. So just so you guys know, I'm going to upload this. I filmed this back in May when I first announced the breakup, so I am completely in a better space right now. Like I like, you know, I kind of like missed him for a while, and I'm moving on officially, and I'm just like, you know what, this is a good way to kind of like put that footage out there. It's extremely hard to watch. I'm like bawling my eyes out and crying as I'm taking down our pictures and like reliving memories, but because this house was known for me like crying, this is really where I started my company, like crying, you know what I mean? Like that's literally that's like a name inside my company name, is like it was here in this apartment. So I'm gonna let that go. I'm still an emotional person, but I'm gonna try not to be so emotional in my next space. And I want to just like let that go. And like any sort of breakup, I think I'll handle it better the next time. Yeah, I heard you.
I agree. I concur. I have full confidence in you.
That I'll handle it better next time.
Mm-hmm.
Because as long as Jeff has known me, and he's known me since I was 18, I've always had issues with guys. I just never have always shared it online. I feel like I've always told Jeff. But because Jeff was not in my life for the past 3 years, that's crazy. I started doing my emotional videos since when we stopped talking. We stopped talking like 3 years ago for no real reason. Oh my gosh.
It's terrible for your mental health.
No, for real.
Health deteriorates.
Do you remember?
To when we cease speaking.
Do you remember when I would tell you like Tammy would show up at my dad's house and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. Anyways.
Every conversation always ends up with me saying, have you heard of a restraining order?
Yes! I was just saying.
Conversation.
When me and Jeff stopped being friends, like is when I started crying and doing emotional breakdowns on the floor. And if I would have had you in my life to talk to about these things.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have a name for your company then.
True. So as I was saying, we are leaving this place and this space, and I'm officially moving forward. And I just want to say I wish everyone well that I've ever talked bad about in this like apartment building. I think the negative energy, like I had no view. I was like in a cave here. I think all of that negativity and this like the clothes crowded my brain and like suffocated me. I think I took that out on other people. Like, yes, you know what I mean? Like I think I was just too emotional. I shouldn't share everything online. But this is my last thing that I'm going to share personal online. Okay.
I want the movers to come and just like take the phone as you're like talking and pack it away, and the rest of your video is just like the phone in a box for like 12 hours. Okay, well, that might happen. So all right, enjoy the video, you guys. It's me crying, but just know I'm okay now, and I have a shadow root, so my hair is growing. Hey guys, I look a mess, but if you're seeing this video, that means I'm fully healed. Filming this video, it feels like it's a fresh wound all over again. Me and, well, I'll say my ex, but obviously you can tell who it is, Jason, have been broken up officially for about 2 months. But as far as not seeing each other, not speaking to each other, or choosing not to speak to each other, mainly me letting him go. I think he was kind enough to continue to talk with me and speak with me because I wasn't strong enough to move on. But recent events he's desperately shown me that he doesn't want to be with me. And I'm just kind of like
clinging on to him and him being a nice guy, trying to teeter the waters of still being in my life without implying he wants to be back together, which I always have hope for. And I feel like every girl who has gone through a breakup and that was like really in love hopes for, but you know, I always think whatever's meant to be will be, and at this point I just need to let him go. Which is really hard because he's like my security blanket, like my safety blanket. We've talked a lot in the past couple months, like almost daily, I mean every day. I think this is the first 48 hours that have gone by where I haven't reached out to him, and it's always me reaching out to him. You know, he has a really good support group, and I have a good support group too. It's just not people I see daily, and that's on me. I could see them daily and I don't. So anyways, I fully need to move on because these pictures have been up for 2 months, and I always was saying like, well, they're my decoration. Like, what am I going to put in place of these? You know, I don't, they've been up in my house for so long, and I think they're beautiful. And today I'm going to be taking them down. And I just thought I would film it because I feel like I film everything, and I feel like I haven't fully been able to talk about these things out loud. And even if this video never shows up, it's good for me to like acknowledge the good times and then just have them be in the past, because that's a part of life. I think what people don't understand is like, Trish, it's a breakup, like get over it, but like I've never had a breakup where like the person still cares after. I would say all my breakups end very tumultuously, and they just disappear. They just vanish completely. They block me or whatever. And the fact that Jason has been kind enough to still talk with me, I don't know if I should even say that, because I know he's very, he doesn't want to upset his friend group or whatever, so I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that. But just know, friend group, that like he did it to be kind to me, because these past couple of months have been so difficult to like face reality that like we're not together and we're not going to be together, and he is going to move on. And I mean, I have to eventually too, but I'm not looking for a relationship or anything. I just need to move on and try and find myself and like love myself again, which is the scariest thing, to be honest. It's not even, I need to find another boyfriend now. It's like the problem in our relationship was I didn't love myself. So like I couldn't believe someone else would love me. So everything seemed to be like a conspiracy. I don't know. I was just too insecure. Anyways, happy. So, okay, let's take them down. So, people always say, take those pictures down, and now they are. This one, oh my god, this one I loved. I remember this day. We went and got out to breakfast. I had just gotten back from Colorado. It was the first time I was away for a few days. I have something in my teeth. Or maybe lots of things in my teeth. It was the first time I was away for a few days. Since we started dating. We were dating for about 2 months, officially dating, but I mean, we had been hanging out for, you know, a few months. And our relationship is so unique because we obviously work together and we're YouTubers. So like we were together morning, day, and night. So it's like it's very intense when you're with someone morning, day, and night. Like you're like partners at that point. Like you really are. Like you're really like one person. Like where he went, I went, and I loved that. I loved being someone's like little sidekick. And we had gone out to breakfast, and I just remember this, and I just remember being so happy. I really missed him. It was weird. I was only gone for 3 days, and I was like, I missed just his just being with him. Okay, I'm not gonna cry through this whole thing, I promise. Okay. This one I love. I mean, I chose these pictures mostly because I just thought they were really cute photos, but they actually have good stories behind them. So this was the day we went to Disneyland. This was our 3rd time to Disneyland together. And fun fact, Jason hates Disneyland. Like, he hates it. But he went a total of, what, 4 times with me, for me? Like, and this was our 2nd time we went, just us two, and we had just already come back from this, like, oh my God, it was about a year ago, actually. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. A little more than a year. But it was like Memorial Day weekend or something like that. And he had taken me down to Orange County for the weekend, and we stayed in a hotel. And he, you know, he loves to run on the beach and like swim and all that stuff like that. We had gone out to dinners. I had a headache. I was really sick that weekend. I was like, I had migraines, whatever. But we had eaten a bunch of ice cream that weekend, and the weekend was over. And I was like really sad because I didn't want to go back to LA. Because I loved our time of just us two, because he's so all about his friends, and I get that. Like, that's also his job, and he's really all about making money, which I also get. I don't fault him for, because, you know, he has children, and he, in his words, has never made money before. He never was good at making money. So now he has this job where he's making money, so he doesn't want to miss out on the chances to film and make money, and I get it. So when I say us two alone, I'm just saying like away from like work and away from friends, because we just didn't really get that time. And anyways, we were about to go home, and I was really, really sad about it. And again, anytime we were away for the weekend, like, his kids would be away. It wasn't like I was taking time. I hated that comment that I was like taking time away from his kids, because I grew up with divorced parents, and I was his daughter's age, definitely. I was a little younger too when my parents got divorced, and I so desperately wanted time with my dad. And my dad gave it to me for sure. He definitely wasn't a good dad as far as spending time with me, but a lot of times, you know, we had to be around his girlfriend, which later became his wife, and it just all the time. And so I was always really conscious of not being that person. I didn't want, you know, I was like, spend time with your kids. And like, he was so great, and they were so great to like having me around and stuff. But I just never wanted to be that person that was like taking time away. So like, if we went away for the weekend, it was because his kids were away. And sorry, I don't want to talk about them. It's not really my place to, but they were really beautiful, and being a part of that was really wonderful. Anyways, so this was a weekend that they were away. So when I say, again, me and him, I'm not talking like anything about his family. No, never. I would like, I used to tell him all the time, like, I actually really enjoyed the time with his family as well, because again, we are away from like having to make jokes and having to make, you know, I mean, what ended our relationship was a joke in a freaking vlog. That's what ended the freaking relationship. So stupid. But you know, you feel pressure to always, he felt pressure to always come up with something, you know, and make something interesting and make a vlog. And so it was nice, again, even when we were with his family, like, he wasn't under that pressure. So it was just like, so anyways, we were coming back, and I had jokingly said, like, let's go to Disneyland today. You know, we could always stop by Disneyland on the way back. And he said, okay. And I said, wait, really? And he wore the matching shirts and the matching ears, and I just am so in love with him. Timing, everything is timing, right? Okay, let's move on to the remaining photos. Okay, so now this wall. Move a little adjustment. Oh my god, this is weird. This whole corner is like his stuff, his shoes still, and like his little like YouTube plaque and stuff. So weird that it's all over here. I guess I just never really come back here. You have to understand too, this is like the first time I'm ever talking about this on video, so like it's kind of just all weird, because like I feel like I'm just like, no one really knows like the full story, and like it just feels weird. It just feels really weird to like talk about this. And I feel like eventually we'll have to talk about it, right? So I guess it feels even weirder because like one day this has to come out, but I want this to be like happy, and it's being really sad. It's like makes me really emotional. I don't know why. Okay. I'm so sentimental. He's so not. So if he ever sees this video, he's gonna be like, girl, can I grow up? Which I'm sure is half the people. I think only if you're a really emotional person, you'll understand this. Okay, so this picture, oh my God. It's making me so emotional. This picture was from my 30th birthday. This is gonna sound really sad and pathetic, but we'll just say it. It's my first birthday I celebrated with a boyfriend, so. Oof. One birthday with a boyfriend, I literally found out he was cheating on me because he said he was out of town working, and I went over to his house and he had another girl, which was on my birthday, and I remember I was living with my mom and my sister at the time, and I had to go to a Mexican restaurant by myself and just kill time so it didn't look like I was coming home early on my birthday, which, that sucked. That was like my first one with a boyfriend. Another boyfriend was with his other girlfriend. And then my other birthdays were, I guess I was just single. I don't know. No, like a boyfriend has never really celebrated a birthday with me. So this was like, it's so sad. Like, oh my God, you think about my life. I'm like, oh my God, I'm 30 and this is the first. And it was such a great birthday. It was such a great birthday. We had all gone out to Mastro's, and I'm always someone to pick up the check, especially like even if it is my birthday, like I don't ever expect people to pay. I don't know, I'm so weird with that. I don't expect people to pay ever. Especially Mastro's, because I picked it and stuff, and I had my card ready for when the guy came around, because I definitely don't want to make anyone feel like they had to pay. And at some point during the dinner, he had already gone to the bathroom, and already given the card to the guy. And I know probably to like normal people who have normal healthy relationships, like, oh, that's like normal, but for me that's like not normal. And then I had a party after, and we danced, and I remember like he was always just around and always just making sure I was like happy. And you know what's the hardest about this relationship too is like not only do I know that he cared about me, like he was so loyal to me. If you have a loyal relationship, if you have someone who's never cheated, consider yourself really lucky. I don't know what it is about me that every single person has like cheated on me. Anyways. Okay, so the final picture I'm picking down is this is us kissing in the huts of Bora Bora, and even though I think he said it was boring, and I think like at the time, I don't think I was as appreciative either, because I'm like, yeah, the final days got boring because we were there 5 days, but nothing was ever boring for me with him, because like it was just like I really valued our one-on-one time, which I don't think he did, not in the sense that he didn't value one-on-one time, but just I think he always felt like he was missing out on something back home. Because now seeing him, he's out every single night, and not like, again, this is not in a bad way, but he's out every single night, to film and to get content, and his channel's doing better than ever. So I guess that there was some validation to him, what he was feeling as being like left out and like not making as much money as he thought he could. Which you can't ever fault someone for like putting a career first or something. If that's what someone values, like that's what they value. And you can't be like, oh, well, you should value me before a career. Whatever they value, He's got love in his life. He has children and stuff, and he has love. So it doesn't need to be this kind of love. But he was holding me up here, which I also was like really impressed that he could do. I remember we were setting up the shot for like a thumbnail or something. And he's like, jump on me, and I was like, and at the time I was a lot heavier. I was a lot heavier. I've lost maybe about like 20 pounds since our breakup, but I was definitely a lot heavier there. And so the fact that he could hold me, it's just, I don't know, it was cool. And Bora Bora, if you watched my videos for a long time, I've always said those are like my dream vacations. or that was my dream vacation spot. So to be able to go the day after my birthday party, which was amazing, to go to Bora Bora right away with like literally my dream guy, like I mean, but that, you know what? I was talking to my wardrobe stylist, the guy who does like the costumes and stuff for my music video last night. And he's like, you know, some people never get to experience like, do you want to just fall? I'm gonna stab my foot. You know, any sort of like feelings like that in life, you know, like true like love feelings. So he's like, you should be happy that you at least got to experience that. And honestly, yes, because I've never experienced that before in my life. It's just like, I'm at this point where it's like, like I'm finally, like 2 months later, I'm like, okay, this is over. This is not happening. Like, Trish, you really do need to move on. So it's like, it's kind of like all fresh wounds again. Because I always thought, oh, we'll get back together. But it's just not the case. And that's okay. And, oh, there was something that fell. And that's okay. And I don't want to make this like, I know this seems like so dramatic, but like I don't really have like an outlet. I just haven't really talked to anyone. And like, I feel like these photos in particular were always in the background and be like, you need to take those pictures of Jason down. And I think you guys were right. And I'm sure this is way more dramatic than anyone would care to watch. I just, like, I knew taking these down would be like really hard. Because it's literally like removing him from my life, you know, and I didn't want to, and I don't want to, but for his sake, I need to, and also for my sake, I don't need to be with someone who doesn't want to be with me. Like, that's, you know, that's the bottom line, and you also can't force someone to want to be with you, because that's an awful feeling, too. The last time we saw each other, I felt very, like, it literally felt like that, like, he was so... He wanted me to leave, and it just felt like I just didn't feel the love. Like, I think for the past couple months I was feeling some sort of still like love there. In the past few times I just realized I'm forcing this and I need to stop. Like I said, for both of our sakes. So, alright guys, well, they are officially down. I'm sure you have seen them down by now in the background of my videos. So many people have told me. And I've always hated that one. Be like, you take those photos down, like even people in my real life, and I'm like, I'll take them down when I'm ready. And yeah, I'm fine. I'm ready. I mean, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Maybe I'll sell them. Maybe I'll burn them. Anyways, guys, all right. Sorry if this was like a lot. I just thought I would record it because, you know, that's what we do. We're YouTubers. Oh my God. Here's someone that I'm in love with, right? Like, I'm in love with this person.
We'll go back to defining that in a second.
Okay. He's not in love with me.
Okay. Did he tell you that?
No.
Okay.
But I know.
Okay.
Okay. But I was like, I like the idea of having like a partner and not having to look on Bumble and Hinge and like having to deal with someone cheating on you. He'll never cheat on me.
Yeah, it's just a really, really skewed and flawed view of marriage.
Can I be honest? Like, even with Jason, the person I was like in love with, like I think I was literally just in love with him because I knew he would never cheat on me. Because he was like that loyal person, and everyone told me that.
It's honestly, I mean, we've had this convo before, and I've heard this this aspect in a lot of your videos. It's like the pinnacle of a lot of your emotional issues. Mm-hmm. I think this is going to be good for us to dive into here. It is that the fact that you don't think that you're worthy of love, so you put yourself in situations that end up horrendously.